just happened to notice that was all greasy there, so guess the machine was trying to tell me something. It's time to do a little bit of maintenance. If you have no interest in all this maintenance kind of stuff, I have many videos on the running this thing and how to run it and everything else. I have a playlist on my channel with lots of videos on it, so you can just flick away and go to one of them if you want to see it working. Clean funnel. Nice fish. Okay, so after spending a half an hour dragging this thing out from its winter storage, filling it up with fuel, the hose is broken. This is the high pressure hose. This little plastic thing was over it, like so, and it was leaking out there, so I took the plastic off, and yeah, it's got a big rip in it. So, needless to say, that kind of stops me a little bit. I'm gonna have to go back to the early 1900s and try to get that machine cleaned off with a hose and very little pressure. We don't have much pressure here. We only have like 30 pounds, if that. So I don't know. I guess I'll turn the camera back on in about 100 years when I'm finally get this thing cleaned up. Okay, so after noticing and fixing this minor hydraulic leak, there's one more thing I gotta do before that's finished, and that's top up the hydraulic again. Okay, this compartment here, I think I've been in it once before. Usually this machine doesn't normally leak any hydraulics, so there's no reason to actually fill it because it doesn't go anywhere if it doesn't leak. Okay, right there is the little glass window. As you can maybe see, it's not showing anything in the window. Now this confused me. When I first got the machine, I wasn't quite sure, because if I put all the hydraulics in, that's gonna change. It's gonna go up. So for that reason, I always put the hydraulics in any machine before I fill up the hydraulics. That way you kind of get more of a accurate reading. And if I fill this up with all the hydraulics in, if I fill this up to full, I basically know it's going to be good. And whenever I want to check it, all I do is put the hydraulics in and it should still end up on full. It's just the way I do it, because I mean, if I have the hydraulics out and I fill this right up to full, when you put the hydraulics in, this is going to be way over full. So anyways, that's the way I do it. I don't know if I'm right or wrong, but that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Okay, so I'm going to put all the hydraulics in. Okay, now with the hydraulics in, it's on low, so it definitely needs some. Okay, I'm using 46 weight, and there's a good reason for using that. It is what I happen to have. You can use different weights, thicker, thinner, summer, winter type thing. 46 is usually what I use. If I'm making this look awkward, that's because it is. Oh. Oh, you can't see that. Okay, this panel near the bottom on the driver's side is where your water separator is located. I've just drained them. They had nothing in them though. One more thing I want to do though is I have a squeaky roller, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. Well, no, not in this situation. In this situation, the squeaky wheel gets replaced if I can find it. Last time I looked, I wasn't able to find it. So eventually, if it gets bad enough, it's going to be evident which one it is. But right now, it's like 1 out of 10. Or maybe it could be 2 out of 10. We don't know. Anyways, I'm going to put it up in the air and see if I can find that squeaky roller. As you can see, this method works for the top rollers. However, the bottom rollers, I have to reach in and actually spin them by hand. Okay, I think I've definitely narrowed it down to this side over here. Okay, it's not that. That looks like a new one. That looks like I replaced that one already. This one doesn't seem to move. Jeez, I guess I'm gonna have to pull this track off. Kind of a two-person job. Well, I can pull it off, but getting it back on is a real pain. Yeah. Okay, it's gonna have to wait till it gets worse. It tends to only squeak about not even 10% of the time right now, so it's still okay. At I think they're about 175 bucks a pop now for those things, so you kind of want to get the most you can out of each one, but I do have a couple already to replace. It's just sitting on the bench inside. sun's starting to come out now. Okay, so it seems that I got one more thing to do. I won't bore you with that. I'm just going to do an oil change on this thing in particular, about every 300 hours. So I don't put 300 hours on this thing in a year. So once a year is good enough. Springtime, before I'm about to start using it a lot, I'll do a quick oil change. It's really easy on this, so it's actually, I think I do have a video somewhere where I do that anyways. So thanks for watching.